Welcome to the Tower Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Mitch. And as always, we have Mike.
Yo!
And check out our Discord in the link in the description. And check out that Discord link. It's pretty fucking sick. Follow us. And we're sorry for missing last episode. Mike got sick, and then I had a backup, and then he texted me and was like, my mom's in the hospital. And so I just gave up at that point, because I was like, well, I guess everybody's going to be sick today.
Yeah.
So that was really shitty. But he got back to me like a couple of days later. He's like, bro, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's all good, man. He's like, we're going to fucking pull up on some more episodes. I was like, well, fuck yeah, we are, because we got a bunch of wheels that are going to be spinning around for N64 and GameCube and shit. He's like, hell yeah. Well, it was more like he gave me the blue heart emoji, which he always does, which means hell yeah for him. But today, talk about Dan to Dan. But first, what's been going on, Mike?
I got some bongos.
What does that mean?
I've been rat-tat-tat playing them drums.
Oh, you got bongos.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's that tabletop game you were talking about before that you wanted to talk about?
There was like I watch YouTube absurd amount because it's always just on in the background, you know.
Sorry to just throw that quick segue, but I wanted to say that before I forgot about it.
And there would just be these clips. I'd see this really cool, detailed art. And some of it was real disturbing and shit. And I'm like, that's why I got into Warhammer. Because Warhammer, the original art for it is from the 80s. And it is so fucking 80s. It has this really dark aesthetic to it. And recently, since the pandemic, Warhammer got real popular. And they started to try to appeal to a wider audience. So they started releasing stuff for kids and shit like that, and toning down the art and making it more rounded, having more watercolor-esque things to it. If you ever watch the Arcane movie, they're or the show, they're kind of like that. And I don't know, it doesn't scratch that itch. And then I just seen these grotesque things, and they would have little mini clips for the YouTube, and I would listen to them, and they'd weave these fucking dark yarns of these fucking 800-year-old war with demons and shit. And I was like, fuck yeah, what is this? And it just kept popping up everywhere. It's Trench Crusade. And I'm like, okay, scoured the internet. And found the website, and it's this skirmish tabletop game where you got it's model agnostic and shit, so you can throw whatever you want on the table, whatever you got. But they do have they do make their own models and sell their own files for 3D printing. And been trying to read about the game. I don't know, for some reason every time I try to learn about a tabletop game, it goes over my head the first time. And then I'm kind of treading water, and then I never know the full rules until I play it or I see somebody explain it to me. So it seems like a good game. A lot more focus on list building. Warhammer got rid of individual gear prices, so now everybody just has everything. And this is more you have a set amount of money, and every one of your characters costs money, and every one of their equipment costs money. So it still gives me the complex shit. So, seems like a really interesting game, and I'd like to play it with somebody, but I don't know. My tabletop career has mostly been playing games by myself, so.
Yeah, man, I'm down to give anything a shot. I feel like that's how, I don't know, learning a tabletop game to me is like you said, you just gotta play it. Cause when I try to read about it, I'm so disinterested. Completely. I'm I don't want to learn rules by reading. I just want to do and have somebody tell me what to do And then after that, as long as I remember it, and all the functions of like the attacks and skills and class and build, like how whenever we played that first D&D game with Sean, it's like
Yeah.
he walked us, he held our hand for like the first few things, and then it was like every once in a while you just basically pop a question like, I mean, does this actually work like this all the time? It's like, not all the time, but most situations, but there are things that can stop this. It's like, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's way more fun to learn just hands on. But you brought up the pandemic and like Warhammer becoming popular. That like brought like a weird thought to my head. Do you think
Yes.
like the pandemic was like the second birth of art for the modern age?
No. We got like a bunch of tourists and just into hobbies. They're like, I don't know what this hobby is, but it should be like what I want. And it's like, nah, this hobby exists how it is, and it has a fan base, and those people kind of matter more than you.
Well, now
But
it's like everybody just decided to like all those people are doing outdoor shit or being like, oh well, I'm just gonna watch TV. It's like everybody picked up an indoor hobby. Like at one
yeah,
point, I was even building like this tiny Lego figure things, listening to the fucking Witcher on my speaker, and I was like,
fuck
this
you.
is like straight up Zen, dude. Except
Mm.
for whenever I pressed a pedal because they're the mini blocks and it fucking exploded into like 60 mini pedals and I had to pick them all up with like the bumps of my fingers and place them gently into their pedal slots. That shit was fucking lame. Anytime you fucking just touch something the wrong way, it just.
Yeah, it's like that's why people have Zen gardens. Like, I want to do something that makes me like meditate, but I also want to do something that doesn't really matter. It's like, well, you take this rake and it's got a bunch of little sticks on it, and you draw lines in the sand. It's like, sick.
Yeah, I never understood the Zen garden thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. So many people just picked up hobbies instead of just going to work, coming home, watching TV, revert, revert, revert. Like just keep doing it back and forth, back and forth, back. Like so repetitive. It's like I'm going crazy because I don't have a job anymore, but I have all this money because the government gave it to me. You know? And meanwhile, me and my fucking independent welding factory that I was in, oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to make you guys come to work. And then, like, 3 days later, I get a phone call. Mitch, I'm going to need you to come back to work. We're not doing this. Because, like, me and, like, two other good welders fucking didn't come to work. And they just straight up called us off. I was like, nah, fuck that, dude. We actually realized we need you. It's like, well, yeah, you didn't have that many welders to begin with.
Yeah, I like the whole bunch of like. There's some people that could still do like still had to go to work and did what's that shit called? The remote working or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And so whenever they got those checks, they were like, "Hey, GameStop, what you doing?"
Right.
They fucked over a lot of people that do this thing called like short stocking or something, where they like buy a stock and essentially like destroy the stock so they can get money off of the insurance or some shit like that.
Yeah,
And
I don't
like,
know. I remember playing the GME stock though. That was a fun time of heart racing, like terror that actually paid off.
yeah, see, the fun thing about it to me was that like a bunch of people were betting on it dying. And then a bunch of people were like, "You shall not die, GameStop," and like because of that, a bunch of fucking vultures and Wall Street lost a shit ton of money. So fuck them.
Yeah, my buddy was like, "Man, I just know it's gonna explode. I know it. Like, look at everybody rallying it." And I was like, "Fuck it, dude. I'll throw in." And I bought like 10 shares. And then the one day I'm welding and I'm keeping an eye on my phone because it was supposed to be the day. And then it was just like, vroom. I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. and like I welded a frame, like expecting it to keep going, and I turned around and it was like starting to bottom. I was like, no! And I hurried up and sold, and my buddy like held on. I was like, I fucking did it, brother. And he was like, you fucking pussy. I was like, what do you mean, dude? He's like, you're not supposed to pull out, you fucking piece of shit. I was like, yeah, dude, no, I'm not losing $1,000. I put $1,000
What
in
is this?
shares and made back like 3,200. So I
What
was
is
like,
this? 401k, bro?
yeah, dude, bro bought fucking like, I think at one point he had like 52 of them shares. And like, if he would have just fucking sold, he would have had so much fucking money. But him and like the Reddit thread group of that was like, nah, dude, diamond hands. And I was like, bro, I just threw this in for a quick turnaround, and I honestly thought I was gonna just lose my money, and I didn't. So I was just cashing out. I'm not invested in it like you guys, man. You know?
There's a lot of people that thought they were like saving GameStop and shit. It's like, yeah, there's a reason why the extremely predatory company called GameStop is going out of business.
Yeah, well, I just straight up just like gambling, and since the casinos were fucking closed, I was just like, fuck it, man. I haven't really been spending my money on anything but collecting. Let's just have a little bit of fun. Like, and then the Wolf of Wall Street quote came in my head. It was like, and the only thing you'll wish you did was buy more. And yes, I fucking do wish I did. It's stupid, dude. Like, I used to do that shit with, like, dumb, like...
Doge.
Yeah, Doge. Like, dumb, minuscule. Like, and, like, some random crypto shit that actually did pay off. But, like, I'm not betting, like, thousands upon thousands of dollars. Like, I'm just throwing a little bit just to gamble. Like, just to have some fun. You know? But... Yeah, that shit was fun. But, like, I mean... It does seem like ever since the pandemic, people have really, like... Not that it has exploded in popularity, but like the arts and crafts shit is like kind of vibrant all over the place. And before we didn't really like have that, is what I mean. You know?
Yeah, I didn't really engage with it too much, so I didn't really see it. Like most time, I would have think arts and crafts. I would think like women making decorative centerpieces for autumn and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like people have gotten way more into like gardening now and like into fucking like making minis, but you were making minis long before the fucking pandemic. You know? Like,
I like did it like right at the start, like right before it happened.
oh, I thought you had been doing it for a couple of years. Because you had like so many.
Yeah, I just got really into it real fast. Cause whenever I was younger, I was like, what was it? Gundams, Gunpla. And I always bought like a good amount of those. They were like super cheap when I was a kid too. So, and what was it? Shit.
Well,
Never really into painting, but eventually got into that as well. And now I do like little bases for them now and shit.
Rachel from Damn Chocobo was talking about on their show how he just like randomly decided to start picking up Gundams, and so he did, and the kits were like $10 to $20, and he just painted them, and it's like a big fucking like it might take like 2-3 nights for you to fucking do it. It's kind of like a big thing for such a small thing. I mean, you know, you do minis, but like. So I'm guessing they're still fucking pretty cheap. And Gundams just look awesome, so like, why not?
The thing with like Warhammer and like more army focused games is you usually have like you'll have frontline troops and shit like that. So you'll have like a shit ton of a certain type of model, and then like one model takes like 20 minutes or whatever. We'll just throw out a number. Like, cause most of the time that it takes to paint anything is waiting for it to dry. And then like, well, a lot of it is.
Like painting a house. It's like, I want to finish this, but I have to sit here and wait.
Yeah, but since you're doing like frontline troops and they're basically all the same and you're gonna use the same pretty much just like assembly line it. You just do one, and then while that one's drying, you do another one. And then by the time you're at the 10th one, sometimes the first one's dry, and then you can work on it. So,
Yeah. I mean, like, if you mess up, how shitty is it to, like, fix, though? Like, are you gonna have to, like, basically wipe down the whole character and start all over again? Or can you start, like, off that spot? As long as you know how to blend, I guess.
like, it doesn't have to be perfect, because you can, like, I put, like, a wash on the whole thing and make it look grimy and shit, because that's how my army functions in the first place, which is Death Guard. And, you can, like, what I do is whenever I fuck up, I have, like, a napkin or a paper towel or some shit. I roll it and then just kind of light it and just kind of, do the, sorry about that. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Rick had to ask me something.
You roll the napkin and light it.
Yeah, you roll it into, like, kind of like, I don't know if you ever did a lot of drawing or anything, but there's this thing called a Gary eraser. It's kind of like a piece of gum, so you
I
can
know
form
what that
it.
is,
Yeah, and if you, like, roll it into, like, a little point, you can kind of, like, wipe the excess off and shit like that. So it's not too bad. Like, if you're freehanding, though, that's like way harder. And, like, doing, like, straight lines and shit, like, that takes some practice.
Nice. On another note, how are you enjoying, not have you, but how are you enjoying, Yakuza Infinite Wealth so far?
Some reason I have a really weird relationship with these games. It's like, when I'm not playing them, I don't want to play them, but as soon as I start playing them, I'm like, what the fuck? Shut up, old Michael, you're retarded.
I take that as a yes, fun ass time.
Oh yeah, they're so enjoyable. Truthfully, like, a lot of JRPGs, I could just do like they could just be Final Fantasy 13 for all I give a shit. But like, and it's just, I just like battling in JRPG style for some reason. But this game has like the interactive aspect to it, so it seems more like you're doing more shit instead of just pressing A.
Yeah, that's why I like Bug Fables and Paper Mario and shit like that. Like, it's not just pressing A, you know?
Yeah.
And then when they add that extra layer with like job systems and shit, like Final Fantasy V, like I'm so glad I fucking decided to finally try that game out. It's so badass. Except for that final boss, fucking hard piece of shit. But
Yeah, see, like Final Fantasy 13, it's like all about the setup. So like all your hard work is before you battle, and then while you battle, you're just procedurally doing things. So it's kind of less fun.
yeah, I mean, and that's like another thing about the last Yakuza and this one. It's like you got like a bunch of job systems, and now you have even more fucking job systems. So you can just
Nice.
like dick around.
Can't wait
so
to
much.
finally switch them.
You can what chapter are you in?
3?
You should be able to switch them.
How do you switch them?
I think you gotta go to Hello Work. Or did you go to Hawaii? Yeah, you had to have gone to Hawaii now, right?
Yeah, I'm with Wrench Dude and White Hair Guy.
Oh, okay. Well, there's these little places, you've probably seen them like hanging out. It's like a palm tree with sunglasses on his face. He looks like a mascot, and there's like changing rooms, and you can go in there, and I'm pretty sure that's how you change jobs. I forget. But yeah, you can be like a fucking break dancer or a construction worker. You can be
you're a break
fire
dancer
spinner.
in life.
Yeah, fire spinner. If you pre-ordered it or if you can also just buy it as a DLC. You can get a football player job class and a tennis ace job class. And the tennis ace job class is so fucking badass. Like, I fucking love that thing. I didn't really fuck around with the football one much, but the tennis one is like fucking super badass, dude. I used it for. I think I might still be using. Yeah, I think I used it through the whole last game. It's fucking sick. But you ready to talk about Dan and
Dan.
All right.
Dan. I can't do the rest of it.
Yeah, neither can I. Dan, the fucking awesome anime that took the world by storm. Dan, also written as Dan, is a Japanese web manga series written and illustrated by Yukinobu Tatsu. It has been serialized in Sheshiusa's Shonen Jump Plus app and website since April 2021, with its chapters collected in 20 volumes as of July 2025. The series follows two strangers with supernatural powers fighting yokai and aliens with help from multiple allies. An anime television series, which is what we're talking about, adaptation, produced by Science Saru, aired from October to December 2024. The second season aired from July to September 2025. A third season has been announced, which I didn't know, so that's fucking awesome, man. I mean, it kind of just sets itself up to where, like, you could either end it here or keep it going.
Well, they definitely left it off on a cliffhanger.
You think?
Yeah.
In the first one? In the first season, I mean?
The third season. Or the second season.
Didn't they just take that fucking Godzilla dude, like, to the shrine? And they were like, yeah! And then it was like happy mammoth fucking shit?
No, they're looking at it. And then, I forget who it was, either the main GG. They, like, leaned in a little bit, and they're like, oh my god! And they pointed at it. They're like, what are you freaking out about? And he's like, there's a person inside. And they, like, opened its mouth, and there's, like, some weird alien shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot
Yeah, and she, like, kisses him, and then the chick sees it, freaks out.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I don't know why. I think it's because I was watching the final episode on my lunch break. So, like, when I was trying to hurry up and scan it, I, like, wasn't thinking about it until you just awoke that memory. The plot: Mema Ayase is a high school girl who believes in ghosts but not aliens, while her fellow high schooler, Ken Takakura, whom Mema names Okarun, believes in aliens but not ghosts. In a bet to determine who's correct, the two decide to separately visit locations associated with both the extraterrestrial and the occult, Momo visiting the former and Okarun the latter. I don't know why that's funny to me. Memo is abducted by a group of aliens who accidentally unblock her chakras, enabling latent psychic abilities. Meanwhile, Okarun becomes possessed by a spirit, and together with Momo's abilities, they use his possessed form to defeat the aliens. The rest of the story follows Memo and Okarun as they ally with fellow students, friends, family, and new acquaintances to combat supernatural entities, including spirits and extraterrestrial beings, while also navigating the evolving romantic tension between Momo and Okarun, which I did not feel it was evolving or doing anything till like midway through season 2. Like, obviously Okarun liked her, but like, I didn't really see anything from her until all the way up until that point.
Well, she was like waiting for him outside of school and shit.
I know, but I thought that was more like, cause, some shitty shit happened to us, so we're kind of like in this thing together. I didn't think it was like a I like you kind of thing. You know? Like,
well, she always like gets all hot and bothered and shit whenever he like transforms. I'm just an awkward dude, yo. She's like, don't say that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
And she has like the same name as her celebrity crush, and that's like how he acts and shit like that.
I didn't catch that one. Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's why she changes his name. She's like, "That's not your name." He's like, "Yes, it is." She's like, "No, I'm not calling you that."
The weird part of the story, tension between initially a central plot focuses on Okarun's quest to retrieve his missing testicles, Kintama, quote unquote. Okay, apparently, there's a word for missing testicles, or just testicles. I don't know.
Probably testicles.
Yeah. After succeeding, the story then shifts to Momo when she becomes afflicted by a mysterious curse that gradually diminishes her physical size and erases her presence to those around her. This development drives the latter half of the plot, as the other characters work to undo the curse and restore Momo to her original state. How'd you feel about the show, Mike?
It's multimedia, which is really neat. I found some of the designs lacking, mostly just the kaiju at the end because it looked like a giant
accordion.
Yeah, it looked. The accordion thing you're talking about, I instantly thought of those Japanese or Chinese paper lanterns, and that's what I thought of it as. But I really like the alien dudes. You see them in like the first episode, and then they're never like that again, even though they're like that throughout the entire intro.
You talking about the fucking weird square dudes that whip out their fucking
like in their businessman versions?
Yeah, and they like
they're like do that.
Yeah, they like kidnap Momo and strap her to a thing, and they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna impregnate you," and like it like basically censors it out, but like there's fucking they pull out their fucking metal like needle alien cocks. It's just steel. It's like supposed to be their dicks. It's like we will just impregnate her to ensure our species, and like Okarun just like freaks out and kills them. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, they have like this other form that they're in that also looks. They're like these frog-looking things, and
is that
their voices
them?
are really good. Yeah. The human versions are their disguises.
No, I get that, but oh no, I'm thinking of the other aliens, like the ones you see a lot in season 2, like the mushroom head dudes. Not the mushroom heads, but they the one that rebuilds their house for them. Those guys.
Oh yeah, the crab dude or whatever, lobster dude.
Crab people, yeah. I thought that's what you were talking about. I was like, what? Yeah, and fucking Okarun gets fucking possessed by Turbo Granny, and Turbo Granny's like one of the gnarliest fucking things ever created. I fucking love Turbo Granny, dude.
Yeah, no, that was like the only part of the show you talked about.
Because it's fucking hilarious. What'd she say? She's like, I'm
gonna gobble your knob.
Yeah, I'll gobble your knob if you suckle on my teat.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. But I don't understand how he can turn into her possessed form whenever she's a cat and she can be like right next to him at the same time. It's like he just like took her power away and now she's a cat and she just like shares knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, she tried to possess him and then what is it? They like do something and separate them. Because I remember, she's like hiding in the cat. They do some type of thing where they take her out of him and put her into the cat, and they have to chase the cat down. They had to find a way to get his dick back the first time, and then it was his testicles afterwards.
Yeah,
he didn't know they were missing.
Yeah, I was just about to say, do you remember how he lost his testicles? And then you like instantly answered that question for me. Like they're just kind of missing for some whatever fucking reason, and they are represented by golden balls. Did he get the second one back in the second season? The kaiju had it, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like.
I didn't think it
In
showed him getting it back though.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
Yeah. Huh, that's weird. So does he like rolling around with one nut, or is he waiting to collect both nuts?
Yeah, Momo was making fun of him for that. He called him like the one ball wonder and shit. That was like, I think I know it happened whenever they introduced that like dude with no neck. Because he like mistakes them talking about testicles as them like flirting with each other, and he's like,
I want you to teach me spicy talk.
Yeah. She's like, what are you talking about? Get away from me.
Yeah, fucking. Who is your favorite character in the show? We haven't. Gigi's like weird. I don't know.
I don't like Gigi.
Gigi's not much of a character. It's more about the evil eye. You know, like I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know why he's like ripped either.
Isn't he like I'm pretty sure they explain. Well, I mean, if you like think
soccer.
Yeah, but like he's like a top athlete or some shit too, or some shit. I think that's why he's like fucking tore up like that. It's just like
absurd.
Huh?
He's just absurdly buff for like no reason. He's like really tall too. So, and for some reason they love showing him in just his underwear.
Well, Evil Eye was like mainly that though. Evil Eye's like design is pretty fucking sick. I random
weird though.
Oh yeah, he is fucking weird. Evil Eye's story is like super fucked up too. It's like this kid was just trapped in this fucking room or some shit and like could only look out the window. Wasn't he like was he stuck in purgatory? Is that what it was? But he could still see everything going on.
I think he was like the first person in the cycle. The whatever the fuck they were called family, they would build a house over the Mongolian death worm, and then the Mongolian death worm would influence people's parents to kill themselves. And then after they would kill themselves, the one family people would take the child that's abandoned, that's now an orphan, and then they would sacrifice them to the volcano.
Yeah. But like, why was he trapped in that fucking thing forever to where he like turned into the evil eye? Because they never like sacrificed him, did they?
Yeah, at the end, he was just being sequestered essentially as a sacrifice. I'm guessing.
Okay. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they fucking burned him at that stake, didn't they?
Yeah, they put him in front of. They did like the Japanese thing where they put those like paper ribbon things all over like the thing they tied him to a stake, and then like the lava goes up to him and slowly burns him to death.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and then like they show him as like a fucking fried corpse, and like a bird's pecking at him, and the kids are like, "He's still alive. He's moving." It's like, oh
god. Fucking yeah, he's stuck in this room and he can just watch all these kids play all the time, and all he wants to do is play with these kids. And fucking he can't, and then eventually he dies, and he just like turns into the evil eye spirit, and just fucking they basically figure out that he is just a child because all he wants to do is fight, and eventually Okarun like gets his balls back figuratively and is like, no, you're not gonna fight me. He's like, turn back into your other form. It's like, no, only on Tuesdays after school. Fine. But it's like, yeah, so are we friends? It's like, yeah, we're friends. It's like, I will kill everybody. That's like the whole fucking thing. Like the evil eye character is so fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get that because like, was it they showed like him stuck in that room downstairs, and like, was it he had like his hair sprouting out and it was touching a bunch of other people, and then like they showed whenever he was first resurrected as a ghost that he was like protect the children from the suicidal tendencies of the worm, and then like uh and then just out of nowhere he's like slaughter everybody and kill them all. Dude, it was like this one family. Like what?
Yeah, it's just like permanently fucking like it's just straight malice, and that's what Evil Eye is essentially. And he's always in his underwear.
Yeah.
So that's a strange one too. I don't know. Best character is Grandma. I fucking love Grandma, dude. She's just like this fucking Bayonetta-esque fucking like for some reason really attractive grandma with a baseball bat, and she wears a fucking Leatherman jacket. Oh
Yeah,
no,
like either the main two characters or pink hair.
what is it?
The main two characters or the one chick with pink hair.
Yeah, not a big fan of the pink haired chick. She's also like hardly in it. I feel like, and she just kind of like pops up every once in a while.
Yeah. I have like this conflicting thought about the acrobatic Silky, and that just like completely sounded like something they made up on the spot. And it was like super ugly. But
What,
like the
like
voice,
the design?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'd hated it.
had like real thick legs, and the mask was like creepy and reminiscent from Hollow from Bleach, which is like fine. But the voice was fucking on point. That was like one of the creepiest fucking things ever.
Yeah, it's her. I do hate her fucking design like a lot, and
I don't like that mask very much. And that chick puts it on whenever she gets her powers.
yeah, well, it's like half of a smile on one side of it. I don't know. It's really, and like the other half is just like what, nothing, like kind of black. And sometimes whenever she gets hit, it just shatters off, and she's just kind of like half smiling. The kind of, I feel like that happens like every time she fights in the show.
To me, it looks like a horse with giant fake teeth.
That's fair too. Yeah. I like fucking Okarin's mask though. Whenever he goes into Turbo Granny mode,
Yeah.
fucking
I actually like the Evil Eye a lot. Like whenever he's transformed, like I don't get the earrings part, and then
yeah.
like whenever he does it in the middle of class, nobody seems to say anything except for about how he's talking about slaughtering people all the time. But then the dude with no neck, like, is like, "Oh, your face changed." So I'm like, can people see that? Is he like a special dude? Is that why you can see it? Does he have powers too?
That's what I was thinking too. I don't think they can actually like they can't see his change, but they can hear like the shit he says. Like, yeah, he says like slaughtering people, and some people like gasp, and he's like, no, he's just joking. That's fine. He's like, bro, you've never talked about straight up murdering people. That's fucking crazy. I'm like, what? Like the show is just very weird all around. But like when it comes to character design, it is like the weirdest decision making I've ever seen for like design. Like Final
Yeah, like it's
Fantasy
hard
doesn't
to.
look as weird as this shit.
I was trying to think before we did the show that like what era is this supposed to be? And I kept thinking that because it's like they wear these weird footless or toeless sock legging things, and then like Momo constantly looks like she's from the 80s.
Well, she
Like whenever
wears.
she
Go on, sorry.
good, whenever she's in like her casual wear.
Well, yeah, that's what I was just about to bring up. It's a collared sweater with a skirt,
Yeah,
and like the classic schoolgirl legging with the fucking school shoes or whatever the fuck. And Okaroon's is just like I don't know, a black and white tracksuit and GG's is like what? Just the most basic shit ever. It's like, yeah, man, I wear like a sweater and jeans. And then you have grandma who is like very attractive but wears a Letterman jacket and shorts.
Shorts. And
Yeah,
those leggings.
yeah, and the leggings, and has a baseball bat. And it's like, what the fuck is like, what is going on with this shit? You know?
Yeah.
And they seem to like pop into arcs or like storylines for like 3 episodes and then pop out of them, and you never really like the one whenever they met Silky, whenever the girl turned into Silky, that thing was just, oh well, this girl that has a slight rivalry, like meets Silky and gets turned into Silky at the end of the fight. And it's just kind of like that happens, and then you hardly ever see Silky for maybe 4 or 5 episodes combined in fucking 2 seasons. Like see her like 5 more times. So it's just very you only see grandma like a decent bit, but like you only get to see her actually fight once.
Yeah. And she has a club, so it's not really what I'm referring to a baseball bat as a club. Yeah. But like I don't know. It's not very interesting to me to watch somebody just beat somebody with a club.
And fucking Gigi, since he's a soccer player, the evil eye dude fucking creates a spirit ball and just kicks it, and it ricochets off of shit and like fucks people up.
Yeah, and then he can like mind control it as well, and turn it into a house and trap people in
it. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like they just thought of weird. I feel like they all took acid and was like, "Hey, let's do this thing." And they're like, "I write down everything so you don't forget." And then they came back and they're like, "All right, fuck it, I guess." You know?
Yeah. They do this like, I don't know how to describe it. They like drop quality in the animation for some more comical moments and shit, and I don't know, it's a little weird looking. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I wish they played more into the multimedia aspect, but both seasons, like with the first season, like there's a lot of character building, which I really like. It is 2 teenagers bitching at each other. And it is so annoying for a good amount of time. Like second to like 4th episode, it's kind of annoying. And then like you get to know these characters and shit, and like at the end of the season is like what I was really enjoying. It made me want to watch more. Then at the beginning of this next season, it felt like we
started all over again.
Why? What happened?
No, it started like
sorry.
No, we're definitely not starting the show all over again.
No, we're gonna like cut off at a certain time and like okay, but it was just spending a lot of time with the Evil Eye, sitting in the bathhouses and shit like that, and just like kind of dicking around, and then like the Evil Eye part, like as soon as I seen Gigi, I was like, he's gonna have the same thing happen to him that the other chick had, and it just felt like it spent too much time on the death work. Like it felt like we just like derailed from the main story for a little bit.
Yeah, and I feel like the show, like, don't get us wrong, guys. I like the show. You said you liked it too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I really like the show. My big problem is exactly what you're talking about. The pacing of this show is so fucking like all over the place. Like on both seasons, I feel like. And they spent a long time with that fucking worm. And I thought that was going to be the whole season, truthfully, because of the way they had it going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I liked how they used it as a fire hose and shit. And then like that family was like following it. There's a really creepy scene. Momo's like went to Gigi's house with Okaroon, and they were like to investigate like what made his parents so sick. And so she like goes around by herself, like it's home, and
You're cutting in and out.
the two dudes like bond and do like random shit together. And then like this weird old lady and her 4 sisters or some shit like that come over, and they're like drawn differently, and they have different color. They have like I don't want to say this wrong. They have gray skin, so they look like really wrong and off, and they have like yellow eyes. And then like there's these 4 or 6 dudes or some shit like that. And at the beginning, they're like standing in the trees, watching them with these big creepy smiles.
Yeah,
and
dude, that shit. Yeah.
Momo's in the hot spring, and they're like, "Hey, did you notice this was co-ed? Do you know what crocodiles are? That's older men that prey on younger women at the co-ed hot springs." And I'm like, that's an oddly specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, that was just like out of nowhere too, you know?
Yeah. And like they approach her like crocodiles and shit, and then like her and Granny like get out of the situation, and then like they're running through the city and they're fucking climbing on tops while the police are chasing them, and they're half naked.
Yeah, man, there's just like so much weird ass shit. And it's always a lot at once. So it's like it's hard to tell where it's gonna go next. And then like the plot shifts to like something else. You know?
Yeah. Like I was really confused when they first introduced the dude with neck, because there's an earlier episode where the exact scenes happen, except the dude with no neck isn't there. So I was like, is this like a flashback? What the fuck's going on? You know? And it's not a flashback, and then they like all of a sudden his testicle comes up again out of nowhere, and they found it, and they gotta go find it.
It's like, oh yeah, that's what we were doing. That's what we were supposed to be doing. But we just spent like, what is it, fucking 10 episodes out of the fucking second season, out of 12 episodes, fucking fighting this worm and playing around with this evil eye thing. It's like, hey, remember me? I'm the testicle that you've been looking for. It's like, wait, it's inside of an invisible mini Godzilla? It's like, what the fuck is this show? You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking crazy. That's what I mean, man.
Then I liked that they like rebuild their house with some type of nanotechnology or some shit where you just have to think to make it turn into shit.
Yeah,
and super nerd no neck dude like comes up with a robot and shit, and they're like piloting it like Voltron, and like they have no idea how to pilot it. And so like the main dude figures it out, and he's like, they're like a Buddha with a fucking Gundam crest on it at first, and then once he gets the hang of it, it transforms into like some gold thing that has Gurren Lagann glasses on it, and it also has a Gundam crest. And then like it beats the shit out of him, and Momo uses her like powers to control the hands and shit. It's a pretty good fight, very complicated and strange.
Yeah, my favorite fight was the fucking just trying to stop Turbo Granny. Dude, they're fucking flying all over the fucking place and fucking running into a fucking train and shit. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was a bad upset us.
There was one part whenever they first meet that Mongolian death worm where Okarun just like goes all out and shoots through it once, and then he just like disappears.
Yeah.
I was
really,
like, well, where?
yeah, like, every time he does that, and this is what I was about to get to, like, I fucking love the art style of this show. I don't know why. It seems so simple yet so different from most animes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's really lively.
Yeah. And, on top of it, the fucking songs fucking kick ass. Like the intro songs and shit.
Fell in love with the first one.
Yeah, the first one's the best one. Especially when the fucking aliens do their dance thing in their business suit outfit.
One thing I didn't like about the animation is the backgrounds. Sometimes, like they're really good looking, but sometimes they look like they are just literal like CGI'd pictures of things. You know what I mean?
I didn't notice any of the backgrounds.
Like a few times whenever they showed like the telephone pole specific, they looked like ultra realistic, and it looked really weird with the characters interacting with or walking down the street sometimes, because it's like in animation they have a person that makes backgrounds, and then backgrounds are like played on a loop or whatever through the parts that they have to be, and then characters are imposed upon the backgrounds, and like usually that's blended very well, but like with the backgrounds looking like ultra realistic, sometimes it looks like it is, like they're imposing characters onto the background instead of it looking like they're all drawn at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen stuff like that before. I just usually am like focused on the character and shit, so I don't really notice that kind of stuff.
I get you. Minor thing.
Do you think? I don't know. Do you think Momo is going to get a transformation? Just like she's kind of the only one that doesn't have a transformation.
No, she already has like a power.
Yeah, I know. It's just weird that she's the only one that didn't get a transformation.
Well, I think it's because nobody else had powers like her. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, she's just like psychic, right? So
yeah, she's got like that hand thing that she does.
And everybody else is like possessed by something, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought the comedy was good in the game, or in the game, in the show.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking solid one-liners and just fucking random ass shit going on.
The main characters are like super real to me. Like they seem so believable. These are just real people.
Yeah, they definitely did a good job with the voice acting and all that.
Yeah,
because like I don't know, whoever is the voice actor for Okarun, like he doesn't fucking pull punches, dude. He's like all in all the time. It's Ayase. However, how many times he said fucking Miss Ayase in the fucking first season was just ridiculous. And he like finally started calling her Meme. I was like, geez, thank you. What's up with that fucking? What's up with that fucking? That monk shrine dude. He's just kind of in and out, and yeah, you know, he's just.
I liked him a lot. I was like, why'd they make him have that big unibrow?
Yeah, just fucking classic monk, and then he just huge unibrow. There's a lot of weird episodes, like the one in the school, where it was like flooding and shit with that green shit.
That one looks so fucking amazing.
Why?
It is so fucking good looking how they have like that. the green water like contrasting with the characters and shit, and then like how the water like flips and it becomes the ceiling and shit, and they have to go through different layers of the water to fight the Loch Ness monster thing. I fucking loved that episode. That's whenever I was like, fuck yeah, I love this show.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know, it seemed like we were watching like, what are those shows called where it's like, it's the same people, there's an overall plot, but we're not really paying attention to it. So we're just gonna have these random episodes of like shit happening. Cause for a while there, they were doing, like a different alien every episode or whatever, you know?
Yeah, Monster of the Week type shit, you mean?
Yeah, there you go. We talked about it before, I couldn't remember what you actually called it. But, yeah, fucking, it was just kind of like throwing you through that shit, you know? That's what I mean.
I love the Powerpuff Girls, so.
The Powerpuff Girl, Mojo Jojo. Dude, him is like the shit made of fucking nightmares.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that dude's voice so much.
Fucking that, one episode.
Sorry.
Where they race and they go to the future. They meet Miss Keen. She's like, they just sped away, and I just sat here waving. I just sat here waving goodbye for 50 years.
It's like that fucking, the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode. Fucking return the slide. I was a little kid when I saw that, and I was in the basement at night, dark as fuck, and I was like, well, nah, fuck that, dude. I'm sleeping upstairs. I instantly just fucking went upstairs. It's like, nah. That shit, like, freaked me out. Forget, I was, like, really young for that.
King Ramses was not, like, entirely purposely made. Due to the limitations of 3D software time, he looked how he did, so they kept him far away from you, and they obscured him with smoke, and it made it so good.
Well, it's like you said, like the 3D animation, like he looked goofy as fuck. It's like,
yeah,
it throws smoke on it, and like then every once in a while they'd close in on its face, and I was like, wow, dude. And fucking
Uncanny Valley.
Well, remember the fucking Fred, the naughty dude? Like they loved showing fucked up like different like in the different animation style, like that weird shit that they were doing. They loved doing that with his face and his fucking haircuts and what he made people look like. I was like, what? That shit's
Do you remember
sketch.
The Harvest Moon one?
Is that the tree? With the
That's the one. No, it's the it's just this like real head. It's in black and white, and it's like, you have failed to be a farmer, so you are being punished by the land. He's like, you must grow a flower by tonight, or I will get rid of you. And then it's just like him and Eustace like fighting, and he's like, not a farmer. Like, I am too.
Dude, I'll never forget that fucking tree episode too. Where
it was freaky.
Yeah, the fucking dude, I'm not even gonna lie, dude, I fucking straight teared up at that fucking end of that. That was fucking that was so sad. It's like, courage. Take the branch from me. I am dead now. And he's like, and he like runs inside and he's like, yeah, I fixed her. He comes out and it's just chopped in half because Eustace is a piece of shit. It's so fucking sad. And the fucking the singing Loch Ness monster. Like, look at
Do you remember why he left the tree after defending it for so long? The doctor was like, I found a cure. And then he gets there and he's like, this will fix your broken leg.
What was it?
It was just like this jar of shit. He's like, this will fix your broken leg. And George just like looks at the doctor and then looks at the screen and then looks at the doctor and then he runs back.
Yeah, that was like a whole Tom and Jerry kind of episode defending that tree. and
Yeah, that was real good.
And what was it? The fucking the fucking singing Loch Ness Monster was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, the Cat's villain was like really strange to me.
Oh, I loved him.
He like
that and LeQuack.
I forgot all about LeQuack. What about the foot, dude? With the fungus?
Yeah, that was a good one.
And
fucking,
there was that one computer episode where the computer like told him what to do or some shit.
Like got a virus and like became a thrill seeker and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was fucking nuts, dude. I'm surprised it ever ended, truthfully. They could have just like went on forever with that shit.
They got like real deep. Like I remember this one episode, it's like Kitty and Bunny or some shit. And it's like about abusive relationships and shit. Mental trauma from like abandonment and stuff like that. That was like a real deep episode where Courage like saves like Kitty and Bunny were like inseparable best friends and shit, and then she gets like this Bunny gets this boyfriend and he's like real abusive and like kidnaps her essentially, and then Kitty becomes like a psychopath and wears a mask and just wanders around and like abuses people. And then,
what the fuck?
Courage, like goes and saves Bunny from her abusive boyfriend and then reunites them, and then Kitty becomes like a normal person again.
Yeah, there's some fucking wild shit, dude.
What was that one? The one with the big cockroach.
Oh yeah. Oh no, dude. I'm just never gonna like. I can still see that fucking Capone fucking foot though.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, see.
We're gonna knock over Florida. Yeah, Florida.
The fucking pinky toe, bro.
Well, what's in Florida? Shut up. Then he like the big toe hits his head and it's like clanker balls and goes all the way down.
Yeah, but anyway, Dan. I don't know. I really like the fucking show. I just wish it had better pacing. That was my big thing with it.
Definitely worth a watch. The animation gets extremely good in certain points.
Yeah, the animation is definitely a very big point of this show. It's I don't know. I've never seen anything that actually looked like this. It seems like a whole new style of anime.
Reminded me of the amazing world of Gumball.
Don't ever make that comparison ever again. It wasn't that bad. Jeez.
I mean, with the multimedia aspect and the experimental approach to animation.
Well, that's why I fucking hated Gumball, dude. It was like, we're making huge, significant, like, changes constantly. It's like, this looks terrible. Please stop. And also, this plot sucks. It's like, what is this even about?
Yeah.
Dude, fucking, they did that shit sometimes with, SpongeBob, too. But, like, SpongeBob was, like, pretty decent show. For what it was.
Like, there are a lot of dumb episodes of SpongeBob.
Well,
where it's just like, hey, Billy West, make weird noises. And he's like, okay.
Fucking, no, like, did you watch SpongeBob right when it first came out?
Yeah.
Okay, so did I. And I think that all their, like, great ideas were used in the beginning. And they were like, wow, this show's really popular. We gotta actually kind of try. And whatever happened, you know? Like, dude, the fucking jellyfish rave episode, fucking sick.
Yeah.
Or, like, the conch shell. And, like, the talking to each other with bubbles and shit like that. Like, the bubble wars that they were having. So, like, so
I remember was it the first one when they actually go jellyfish hunting or whatever, and Squidward's all fucked up. It's like before. This is like one of the first episodes where they like abuse the shit out of Squidward. It became like a trend later on. But like Squidward's in a body cast and SpongeBob hands him his pen. He's like, firmly grasp it in your hand.
Oh yeah.
Squidward's like looking at him like, what the fuck you expect me to do? And SpongeBob just keeps doing that over and over again. And then after a while, he's like, firmly grasp it in your hand. And he just shoves it through the cast.
Through his tentacle and out the other side.
Yeah.
And you just see. Yeah, dude, SpongeBob was definitely different. My all-time favorite show, like, of all time, though, to watch was Cat Dog. Cat Dog's aesthetic was, like, so gross, yet I just fucking love that show. And I hate gross-looking shows.
My grandma hated it, so I got a little enjoyment.
You got what?
A little more enjoyment than usual out of it.
Oh, no. I don't know why I like that show so much. But,
I liked, what's his name a lot. The, Blue Mouse.
Oh, I forget his name.
Alfonso or something.
Yeah, it was something weird. Fucking. There's, like, all those, like, ugly shows. Like, I know you're the one that likes Hey Arnold, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hated Hey Arnold.
How'd you feel about the shrine that Helga had? Did you ever see that?
That was fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, a shrine made out of Arnold's used bubblegum.
Yeah, it's whack. And then they had I don't know, Ed and Eddie was fucking awesome. What is under his hat? His sock hat? It's his brain.
I think it's just bald.
Oh. I thought everybody
I really liked Angry Beavers a lot. You didn't like that though.
No, I wasn't big. I didn't like Angry Beavers. I didn't like Real Monsters. I didn't like. My sister fucking loves Real Monsters.
I liked it.
I didn't like Hey Arnold, but everything besides those three I was pretty cool with. Rocko's Modern Life, not cool with that show. That show just like disgusts me whenever they fucking zoom in. Like I remember them being real tired from being up all night. And he was like, no, that was Ren and Stimpy. That was like probably. Stimpy, and then it like locks in on like his eye gunk, and he like comes over and like scoops it with his finger. And like flicks it, and I'm like, oh my god, why is that like drawing so detailed? Ugh. Yeah.
Did what was it? Yeah, I love the shit out of Angry Beavers. Fucking Norm, the lighter, the like yellowish brother.
Yeah,
he is. He's essentially Matthew McConaughey.
What was the other one with the weird red nose for some reason? The red
Daggett.
Daggett. Yeah, wasn't he?
I love Daggett. He's one of my favorite cartoon characters ever.
Isn't he like just fucking crazy and angry?
Yeah, he's like super crazy. I think he's the one that mostly built the dam. Norm is like a slacker, but so he got him to do it.
Yeah, fucking, speaking of slackers, do you think Mama uses her power that much? Like, compared to everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's only when she's defending herself for the most part.
Yeah, well, she's got, like, those shrine power. Got the talismans and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like she never really learns how to control her shit till like end of season 1, right? So like season 2, she's still getting kind of used to it, like at the beginning, but she knows what she's doing, kind of deal. Yeah. Like Ogre just goes really fast and he's really strong and he can go all out, quote unquote, like twice and then he's done.
Yeah, she's like really intense and tactical. Like, I don't know how this works, but she came up with the idea that, like, if you squeeze a bar of soap, it pops out, and then you grab it, and if you keep doing that, you like build up speed. And she used that in tangent with Ocarina's powers to make him go super fast.
Huh. Yeah, I guess that is true. That is fucking weird. It's like repeatedly just going hand over hand, squeezing a bar of soap. Isn't that kind of like how that goes? Yeah. Oh no.
I almost forgot about this. There was an episode where Turbo Granny is training Ocarina, and they go to this haunted piano, and they fight the composers of classical music, and it's like not creative at all. They make notes that just hit the ground and explode. They made the rest actually like stop you, which that was cool, but they basically just explode. And then there was these guys, they summoned like these 4 singers, and 2 of them are guys and 2 are girls, and they're like 150 feet tall. I did the math because the character gets real close to their eye, so I could estimate how tall their eye is and guess the rest of their height. So these giants are vomit up like a bunch of shadow people. And for some reason, they're durable enough to fall 150 feet to the ground. Well, it's from their mouth, so let's say 140, and not die. But then once they get in contact with the main characters, they get one-shotted.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how fast you would fall?
Right. Yeah.
And then they beat them by doing Three Stooges shit.
Yeah. That whole thing, I think that was like 3 episodes long of them fighting them, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why are we still doing this? That just seemed like a very long time for like that entire thing to go on. You know?
Yeah, I didn't.
Again,
I like getting people like with unique powers introduced, and then them having come up with like a puzzle like type shit and solve it more. And this was just kind of like really straightforward for some reason. I think they had an opportunity to be very creative, and they just kind of went with run of the mill shit.
They had like fountains of bodies of like people pouring in on them constantly.
Yeah.
Like literally from the walls, like a fountain. And like you could just see them in the background just pouring in. It was so strange. Like in this other weird dimension that looked like a coliseum, kind of.
Yeah.
Feel like
an
they're
opera house or some shit.
Yeah, it's like they were using up all their creativity and that kind of shit, and then they were like, "Well, fuck it, they're just gonna fight these giant singers because everything else we made's weird as fuck. Let's just do this, I guess." You know. But yeah, and did you know the genre is the show has 3 genres: action, romantic comedy, and supernatural thriller.
Makes sense.
Like, I get I wouldn't call it a thriller, but I mean, it's pretty fucking good though. I mean, yeah, I guess there's some freaky parts like we were talking about, but Ocarina just looks so badass whenever he's transformed. Like that design.
I like
so sick.
it, but I'm pretty sure there's this really popular anime that had this chick that basically had that tooth thing like around the bottom of her face.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I also cannot remember what it's called.
It's a real popular cosplay for a while.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. The only thing, for some reason, that keeps on popping in my head, and I know it's not it, is Milena or whatever from Mortal Kombat. But that's not the same thing at all.
Melina,
there you go. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a great show. I just had issues with the plot, that's all. And like you said, characters for me were like super lovable. Like I love those characters so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Real quick, what did you think about Momo's other friends?
Just I don't know. She doesn't like how in these kind of animes when they're in school they're always with their own friend group. It seemed like
Yeah.
she was more of like a loner that just had different groups of friends. Were you talking
Well,
about like the girls?
she had like the tan chick and that one chick that she always talked to that she sat behind in class.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just kind of there for me, man. Like they're just there. Like why?
Yeah,
What do you think? I mean, where you getting at?
I thought the one chick was weird. I
No.
don't know why they had. That's like a certain subculture in Japan where super tan and they do like all these weird like makeup stuff and have long nails and shit like that. It's some type of like rebellious
I know what you mean.
subculture in Japan.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't really pay much attention to them because they were hardly there. They're just kind of like background character kind of deal.
Yeah, they serve a purpose. They're not the main characters. You don't really much more than what.
You there?
Yeah, I don't know why it's being stupid and cutting out sometimes.
It's been cutting out like the whole episode. But it's not too bad. I could still understand what you're saying, and like you came through at the end of all of them, pretty much. So, but anyway, next episode is on Yakuza Infinite Well. That one's gonna be a ball and ass episode. I feel like and I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about it. So, all right, we will catch you guys next time.
Chicka chicka chow.